Greetings, welcome to another Deckard Games YouTube thing. And today will be a Model M thing in part 2 of our IBM 466 DX2/D restoration. And as you can see, this lovely IBM Model M is in need of lots of cleaning, which is not the most entertaining thing in the world to do because it takes a lot of patience. But I got tons of patience for some classic IBM love, so let's get straight to it. First things first, don't be fooled by the camera angle because when filming it like this, it looks clean but it's not. So let's start by removing all the keys from our Model M. And to do that, I'm gonna use my faithful letter opener because it gets the job done. Now there are specific tools for doing this, tools that grab onto the keys from underneath like a clamp, and then you pull up and the key pops out, but I don't have those tools and I don't need it, at least for now. So what I'm doing right now is placing the blade underneath the keys, which only cuts paper by the way, and use the plastic to the side as a lever to lift the keys up. And there is no other trick than to take it slowly because we don't want to break or ruin any keys. Then I'm placing the keys on a plastic recipient with water and some dishwash detergent, and this way they start to lose some dirt while waiting to be cleaned. You gotta love the IBM Model M. You can see the buckling spring underneath every key, which is built with two parts by the way, the key and the keycap, which are both replaceable. And the Model M has been around since 1984 I believe, and it's known for the mechanical part, but also for its durability. These things are still around and working, it's absolutely unbelievable. It's so heavy and well built, man. This thing could go through a nuclear war and still work without any problems. And mechanical keyboards sort of made a comeback recently, with some companies manufacturing them again. You don't find them everywhere, but they exist today, so they kind of made a comeback. And I get that keyboards like this are way more expensive to produce, but there's something about a good old mechanical keyboard that pleases me. Maybe it's the clickiness of nostalgia. I don't know, man, I like it. I just like it. I also like the Model M keyboard, which is not as robust, but I like the smaller travel distance on the Model M2 while still being a mechanical keyboard. But yeah, the Model M is the original thing. I imagine working at an office and everybody uses keyboards with rubber keys, and you're the only one using an IBM Model M. That would be just awesome. Everybody could hear you typing. You would drive everyone absolutely mad. The advantage though? Everybody would know that you are working. And so this is the same process to all the keys, as you can see. Again, the trick is to just take it slowly, take your time, no rushes. So let's fast forward the video near the end of our key removing process. And we're done with removing all the keys in our Model M. And here they are, taking a bath of water and detergent. It's a soup of letters. Now here is a close-up of our Model M all nude. Lots of dirt, but I think that's just it. Dirt, which is not by all means bad news. And so let's start cleaning the insides of our Model M. Luckily I don't need to disassemble it because it's not too dirty on the inside. There are no signs of dirt going inside or corrosion, which always worries me. And yeah, it's just dust that is stuck into the plastic, so we'll brush it off with this small brush. Again, just being patient, taking it slowly. The dust starts to come off, which is what we want. And I have to go outside and turn this thing upside down so the dust falls off. I'm not gonna do it in here. I'll be right back. And we're back with our Model M free of dust on the inside, so let's start the cleaning process. Let's start with some wet wipes to get most of the dirt off, and again, it seems like it's just dirt. I always like to use the dry wipe so the moist doesn't fall inside and start rusting in the future. Again, taking it slow to get to all the tiny places and spots and things. I want this very well cleaned. Most of the dirt comes off easily, so it's wet wipe followed by the dry wipe. We can put our spacebar back into place because it's getting in the way of the cleaning and it doesn't need to be hanging. And we have these grooves that go all around the keyboard, so I'm going to once again be using my letter opener with a wet wipe. You see me use the letter opener a lot because it's thin and I can get into those small and confined places. It's been working for me, so I'm gonna keep using it while it works. And the only thing that I do is being careful so it doesn't pierce the wipe and start scratching the plastic on the keyboard or whatever I'm cleaning. Some more wet wipes followed by the dry one, and it's a labor of love. You gotta love these things to go through all this work. Now the toothbrush again to get to that groove around the keyboard, and it helps. It gets some more dirt off of there. And the other side also. Again, the same process. And the bottom groove, it's hard to get in there. Dirt accumulates in these spaces and doesn't want to come off, but we gotta be persistent and we'll make it work. And the front of the keyboard, again, not too dirty. just a quick wipe and it's all good for me. The sides of the keyboard, again, just some superficial dirt that comes off very quickly. And now to the top of the keyboard. Again, that groove needs more cleaning. And as you can see, it's really dirty. So we'll use our toothbrush once again to get in there the way we need to. And it's looking pretty clean. I'm happy. I'm beginning to be happy. So I'm going to use some alcohol in these spots that need some extra attention. There are just a couple and come off pretty quickly with the alcohol. And here we have our Model M. All nice and clean. It's a serious improvement and it looks really good. Lots of work, but totally worth it. And now to the keys of our lovely Model M. And what I have here is the keys in the water and detergent bath, and onto the side just some clean water. So we're going to clean each and every key with the toothbrush to get all that vintage dirt off. And this part is totally and absolutely boring to do, so I'm going to fast forward the video near the end. And we're on to the last key. Awesome. And here we have all our Model M keys nice and cleaned. So now we're going to separate the keys from the keycaps, because water goes in between and I want it to be completely dry. I don't want to risk any water going in the keyboard. And you just push the keycap off and that's it. No secrets here. Taking your time. Don't want to break anything. It's another tedious and boring job, but we gotta do it. So let's once again fast forward the video near the end. And so we have all our keys separated and ready to dry all the water off. Now that our keys are nice and dry, it's the exact reverse process, so let's put our keycaps back in the keys once again. And you just click it in place, nothing special, and they are all the same. All the keycaps are identical, so no worries there. Just grab one of each and join them together. So let's, for the third time, fast forward the video, and you can see me working at ultra speed. And here we have our keys all ready to go into our Model M, so let's do that because I can't wait to see this thing back together and working again. And let's start placing our keys back, starting with the escape key because there is no escaping this wonderful Model M. I'm tilting the keyboard back because the spring needs to go into the back of the keys, and this way makes it easier to do. After placing a key, I always like to test it, so I press the keys a number of times to hear the clicking sound to check if it's okay, and if you don't hear the buckling spring doing its thing, that's because it's out of place. And I like to do it by rows, starting from the top. Of course, this means that I have to look for the keys that I want, but that's okay. It takes a little bit more time, but this way I don't have keys in the middle of the keyboard and having to find out where they go. And so let's skip to the end of putting back our keys in our Model M. And here it is, our IBM Model M, all nice and shiny once again. And man, was this a job or what? I don't know if it shows on camera, but the difference, it's night and day. Let's not waste any more time, let's test our Model M right now. And what better way to test it than with Commander Keen in Goodbye Galaxy, developed by id Software and published by Apogee in 1991 for DOS PCs. Let's take a moment and listen to the IBM Model M doing its thing. If you didn't know, these are the sounds of the 90s, and we should totally make a CD out of this. Sounds of the 90s. Get it now. You got to appreciate all the clickiness of the mechanical Model M. It is just pure awesomeness. And that will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed this restoration thing, and if you did, stay tuned for part 3, where we're going to put all things together and a lot will happen. Don't forget to check out the first video of the IBM restoration process. Again, subscribing is absolutely mandatory, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Until my next video, take care.